Okay, we are talking budgets. How to maximize your budget when you go to renovate your property, whether you are selling, renting, or it's your dream home. How to really get the most out of your budget, make sure you're on top of everything, make sure it's all working for you. First, biggest tip I can give you is get a spreadsheet. Write every single scope, every single part of the scope that you're trying to achieve. Kitchen, tiling, bathroom, laundry, cabinetry, stone, electrical, plumbing, internal, categorize, painting, skirtings, door handles, hinges, new doors, blinds. Go through your list and itemize every single item. That's one, on a spreadsheet, bring them all up. Then estimate if you're renovating before or if you have no clue. Try to estimate a bit of what you think the cost might be per thing. Then when you go get your quotes, get the 3 quotes and put quote 1, quote 2, quote 3 and bring it all side by side. Now, the really important thing is to make sure that every quote you're getting is comparable with the next. If they're not, you're going to have trouble, because when that electrician says 3.5 and the other one says 4, you're going, oh, okay, great, he's cheaper. But until you dissect the quote to make sure they've quoted the same, he may have quoted better oyster lights than he did. He may have quoted 10 down lights, but there was really 13 and he's miscalculated and he's got the full amount. He may have calculated something that was wrong on the scope, or he may have calculated something that was more, or he may have just actually accidentally wrote the wrong price. You'll be amazed how many times I get that too. So take time to itemize your scope, then take time to dissect the budgets, the quotes, and then put them on your budget so you can easily see where everything is. Breaking down your budget in a really easy format in front of you is great. The best part is then whoever you decide to go ahead with, you then can select, delete the others, make them the main ones, and then every time you need to make a payment, you can then add your payment cost, your payment process plan, your payment has been paid, and the dates all in that one spreadsheet. So you can easily track what your scope is, what you're spending, when you actually spent it, who you've paid and when, and actually which trade secured that part of the scope. So in one document, everything you need there is all ready to go. Takes a little bit of time to set up, but when you've got it up and running and then you're putting everything in, you will love it. So guys, hope that gives you a bit of a tip on planning your budget, setting up your budget, getting your quotes, and what to do from your template through to dissecting your quotes, understanding your quotes, putting all your data in order to then get your actual budget, understand the scope of what you're doing so you know where all your costs are. And part of that is also understanding what is in your scope. So if you're doing a new laundry, what does that entail? Does that entail demo? Is there then re-waterproofing? Is there tiling? Are you just tiling the floor with the border? Are you tiling the floor and all the walls? What cabinetry are you putting, or is it just a laundry tub? Are you putting stone in or laminate? Are you putting handles, no handles? Are you doing a broom cupboard or just under bench? Are you doing a splashback? What type of tiles? Do you need PowerPoints on the splashback? Do you need PowerPoints to come under the sink and the cupboards for the dryer and the washing machine? Do you need taps to be moved? What is every little bit that you need? Really, really, really crucial so you don't miss anything, because when you go to site to start work and you've missed something, then you've got a variation. So where you thought you were spending $5,000, now it's 7.5 because you've missed a whole chunk of something. And sometimes you can be missing it too late and you've already had the wrong trade come in the wrong order, and then be like, oh crap, forgot to do that part. Okay, now I've got to get him back, and you've just spent more money. So understand your scope, understand your schedule, get your quotes, dissect the quotes, put them all into your lovely spreadsheet. Then you know who you're going with who, notify who's won your work, and then you can track when payments are due and how you pay them and what's left to go. So at the end of the project, you know exactly what you've spent, you know exactly what your scope is. I'm just giving you guys the surface overview of this. There is so much more detail, but this just gives you a bit of a starting point of what to think about when it comes to planning your budget before you renovate.